How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Today is just going to be content. Today is just going to be talking about the nude modeling gig, and I guess I was supposed to talk about this last time and I missed it. If you didn't know, about last week I came upon an opportunity. No, I didn't do porn. I don't think I ever would. I don't see myself like, dude, if I'm like literally on my last line, let's say these taxes don't go great and I owe a lot of money and I need the extra money, you know, there's a world where I pick up an OnlyFans, right? That could happen. I'll keep it classy. I gotta survive above all else. But it'd be no dong, okay? Unless the tax bill is really bad, then maybe it'll have to be dong. I don't know. For now, not even close to being a plan, but I ran into an opportunity to do a nude life model gig at a university. So I had this opportunity to take over for this model that bailed or just couldn't make it, whatever it was. Then the meme became real, right? For the longest time, I was joking about doing this gig, and like I kept asking her, like, can I do a pose like this? And I would do like the Marge Simpson pose or some stupid poses, right? That no human would actually do, right? Can I do this? The meme became reality. Okay, not my dream. It was never my dream to do this, but the meme became reality. I had to put up or shut up. I've been memeing about it. I've been talking about doing the nude gig for a while. And then it actually came up as a possibility, so I had to say yes. Hugo Extender Grapple, real, gone sexual. That sounds terrible. So I said yes, and I agreed, and I had to decide what poses to do. So this whole thing is seen as a high art form. It's like if you get the privilege of being a life model, you have to take it seriously. It's not a joke. You have to rehearse your poses. You have to practice. You have to think them through. But I am also a content creator. Some things scream opportunity to me, and this was one of them. And I thought, okay, I can both be serious, do the gig justice. I can also have a little fun to be able to tell a story later, okay? So my goal was to bring a GameCube controller so that I could use it as a prop, because everyone's allowed to bring props, right? And people bring ropes, people bring headpieces, people bring swords, and there's no one who's going to tell me that me bringing a GameCube controller is any less valid than all these other props. So I thought, aha, here's how we reach the middle ground. I could both hit my memes, and I can be serious about the gig. Was the canvas large enough to portray your wang and life size? There was no canvas. They drew on, some people had like easels, and they could actually draw on the easel with the canvas. And then some people just had their drawing notebooks. The DX pose, you're talking about the suck it pose? Yeah, I couldn't do that. Although I could have made it artistic where I just kind of like look up at the sky, angle, and then I just happen to have my arms crossed right over the crotch. How's that look? Is that good? Like they wouldn't know. Right at that point. But that's me making fun. I can't do that. I have like 2 paintings that I managed to take a picture of. My friend is asking if these paintings will be available to the public. No. Unless they post them, but they don't know my social media. And I'll tell you exactly how it went, right? But let me tell you one last thing before I tell you about the actual experience. So the controller pose that I wanted to do, so I'm extended out, controller out, and then head on, like dramatic pose, right? So my leg would be up, my head over, right? And then the controller cord draped across my chest, my bare chest, and I would just, and then they would have to draw this. This would have been the painting, right? I needed to make it look artistic, so they would draw the controller. Is it the Titanic pose? Yeah, the Titanic pose. I didn't know where I got it from. Yeah, the Titanic pose, but with the controller. I think that would have hit. So I was going to do it like that. So here's what happened, right? So I was going to have 3 poses. I was going to have the Dumpy Manhattan pose, all right? You know the Dr. Manhattan pose from Watchmen, where he's pointing at Rorschach, and Rorschach is blowing up, and then somebody decided to Photoshop his ass to just be this stupid dump truck of an ass, right? That was the original plan, to do that one. And then the other one was just going to be me sitting, because remember, I have to be 20 minutes at a time. I did not have anything special planned for the sitting one, because I couldn't think of a meme sitting one, but I guess if I did a meme sitting one, it's the one that Woogie spams and he says it's real, but it's not real. It's not a real pic. But I was considering doing this. Once again, chat, this is not real. This was never real. This was Photoshop. This was doctored. I do not own any kind of lewd Zero Suit Samus in my room. I never have, never in my life. And I also wasn't nude like this on stream. Woogie took some photo where I was pulling up my legs. I don't know why I was doing that. I can't answer for that. But I was not naked. Okay, he just censored the middle and he added Zero Suit Samus in the background for some reason. And he likes to post this picture, okay? But I don't think the picture would get me banned. Why would it get me banned? I could have done this pose as a meme, but it really would have been too much of a throwback and nobody would know what the hell I was trying to do an impression of. Okay, so that was one option, but I ended up just going with a plain old sitting pose, nothing special, just like legs crossed, like giving the audience something to draw. So yeah, so those are the three poses I chose, right? The sitting one, the Dr. Manhattan, and the controller Titanic pose, dramatic, cord across my chest. So then the class started, and immediately as I walked in, the first feeling I had when I walked into this classroom, which by the way, I showed up kind of late, so everyone was already like mid-lesson, like the teacher, my friend was explaining like class stuff to them and like how they were gonna draw today, etc. Maybe warning them about my dumper, I don't know. But class was already in session, and as soon as I walked in, I'm not gonna lie, I felt creepy because these people don't know me, and I was about to get naked in front of them, and that's just such a weird feeling. Like, I just walked to the back, okay, I just walked to my little dressing room, which, by the way, the dressing room was just a chalkboard, like a movable chalkboard, put in the corner, and then I just changed right behind it. That's all it was. There weren't drapes, there weren't any, it was just a dingy corner in the room, and then I get naked, and then I feel more creepy. And I put on my robe. I ended up getting a bathrobe for this, because I have the option of a towel, but I did not want to walk around shirtless with my junk under the towel. Like, I just didn't want to do that. So I had a robe, and then I just kind of sat there and I waited. So the pressure was on. They said, okay, Hugo, I'd like everyone to meet Hugo. He is going to be our model today, and this is his first time modeling. And then everyone claps. And I'm just like, yeah, I made no eye contact, chat. Like, I decided that I did not want to know what any of these students look like. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about them. I don't want to think about who's watching me. I don't want to know shit. No thoughts, empty head, just butt naked, and that's all I want, okay? I don't want to think about anything. After everyone claps for me, yay, new model, I'm like, haha, yeah, haha. I go on stage. I put on my timer, and then I take off the robe. I'm like, F it, robe off, let's go. Okay, now what you need to do first is you need to do 5 3-minute poses. Okay, so these aren't your official poses. These are just, these are real simple, like, okay, I didn't do these, right? But like, you just do like 5 fucking poses for 3 minutes a piece, and they're just like getting their practice in, right? Yeah, I call that jazz hands. The next one is the demo from the professor. So the professor shows everyone how it's done, shows them what she wants them to focus on for the session. She sits down, and then she draws me, and I picked like an artistic pose, and then she drew me. She didn't draw me in like crazy detail. It was more like the outlines and like the form in which the students would draw. And then started the real poses, okay? And then, so this is the only pose that I will show on stream because it's the only one I have without my dick, okay? And I just really don't think I could get away with showing my dick on Twitch, okay? But my ass cheeks in drawing form, I think I could pull that off. I think I could pull it off, okay? Actually, the pose I did in the demo was quite dignified, actually. I did my first pose, and remember, I was going for the dumpy Dr. Manhattan pose. And this is how it ended up, okay? And look, okay, here's the thing, chat. Many people drew me, okay? And I looked across the room after their work was done, and I asked, like, you know, do you mind if I take a picture of your work? Most of them didn't mind. A lot of them didn't mind. They allowed me to take a picture of their work. It's pretty normal for the model to get pictures of their own work because the models are usually interested in what the artist drew. Look, what do you mean, what did you just walk in on? But anyways, so I'm going throughout the class and I'm looking at some of the paintings. Now, this was a beginner's class. Okay, or like they weren't super advanced. They were learning. So some of the works, not so flattering. Some of them, like they gave me a smaller torso and then my legs were really long. So I kind of look like Hank Hill. I'm thinking about the post, right? So I see this person's work and I'm like, God damn, I know I don't look like that. I kind of do it, I kind of don't. Okay, look, let's analyze. Let's enhance. Let's analyze. So first of all, I want to say 100% my dumper is that fat. Okay, that is facts. Okay, they nail that. My waist is not that snatched. Okay, this is the most snatched waistline I've ever seen myself have. And I was like, holy shit, that's sick. I'll take it. Dude, chat, I don't know why you guys are confused. I literally have it in the title. I'm talking about a nude life modeling gig that I did. Arms, my arms are a little bigger. My arms are bigger. Like if I were to turn around, my arms are bigger, or like they stay bigger throughout, right? My back is actually like that. My upper back is pretty legit. Yeah, it's pretty legit. My forearms are bigger than that too. I have decent sized forearms, right? Because I'm a gamer. I game. I play Melee. I have big forearms. Otherwise, I'd say this is kind of accurate. Oh, somebody said that the legs were too long. I disagree. I think my legs are actually kind of long, and it's my torso that makes me short. That's what the PE teachers told me in elementary school and middle school. That I have tall legs. I just have a short torso, and the head is accurate enough. The hair, I mean, the hair wasn't a big focus, right? It's mostly the waist that's just so absolutely snatched that I was like, holy shit. I'm going to work on cutting for the summer because I want to look like this. Yeah, so I'm no expert. I don't know exactly how good this is. All I know is it looks fire, and that dumper is a dub. So I'm like, yes, let's fucking run it. Okay, also I have like a like birthmark on my dumper over here that was not captured. I take offense to that. I did not ask to be photoshopped. I did not ask to be filtered. And so the image I was going for is the dumpy Dr. Manhattan, okay? I think I did all right. Overall, that was dope. I'm glad I got a picture. So I'm not sure how many artists we have in the chat to say whether this was great or not. I mean, I'm biased, okay? I'm going to say it's fucking great. I'm going to say it's excellent. But I don't know. I don't actually know because I'm not an artist. But if some of you are saying that it is legit, then all right, we'll take it. No one IRL has dumpers like that. Well, oh, you mean like Dr. Manhattan? Yeah, I don't think that's possible. I think some people might have dumpers like that. Okay, now, will I get banned for this? Will Twitch do something about this? About this just monster dumper. I could get like an EE ban. That'd be pretty, this would be a dope reason to get banned. Just as soon as I drop the fat dumper. And then everyone's going to know why. And then everyone's going to come to see the dumper. Again. Okay, everyone wants to know. Did I get a boner? The answer is no. I did not get a boner because I think my strategy of not looking at anyone, the fact that I did not acknowledge anyone's existence, I think was extremely effective at preventing me from getting any kind of boner. I had no thoughts. Like there was one moment where I could sense that I might have been getting one, but it had nothing to do with the people in class. It's just where my brain went. I was like, oh, no. I don't know. Think about like IDW or something. Let's just like block it. Like just forget it all. I think that might have been my safer, right? Maybe I should have just had like a human that I know that I could instantly think of where my boner just would go away. Like a safety thought. You know what I mean? I could just throw IBW in my head. Chudat beating me? No, there's too much emotion involved in that. Like, I don't know what my mind might do with that. Like, maybe I start thinking about me beating Chudat at EVO 2015, and then I just get a raging hard-on. That's not going to be good for anybody. I'll just start imagining Chudat crying, and then me yayazing him instead, and then it's over, chat. I can't, no. Couldn't think of chillin' dude, because then I start thinking, like, what if I distract him? Or like I start thinking about how badly I fucked up his Samus at Summit. But yeah, so then once I did this pose, I take a lunch break, grab a snack, and get ready for my next pose. Now my next pose was, I do have a photo, but I'm not going to show it because my dick is in the shot. And I think that's definitely not allowed by Twitch. I think that's where I crossed the line. Just censor it and show us. Actually, there's no dick on this. The dick isn't there. I don't want to see that shit. I'm here for the story. Okay. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay. I was close. I was about to hit send. So they just dipped. So I was a little disappointed knowing that I wasn't going to be able to lay down and do my Titanic pose with the controller. Cord draped over my chest. And then just like I'm thinking about the world and shit. Thinking about society. Thinking about IBDW. So then once the class ended, everyone left. I couldn't really get photos of the second picture. I started to think through how I felt about the event. How I felt about the nude modeling. A lot of people have asked me, would I do this again? The answer is probably not. I'd have to have a good reason to want to do it again. There's one world. There's a world where I reach my fitness goals and I want to be drawn again. Or I go to a more advanced class and then pose for longer and let them draw me. I don't know. It'd have to be something like that. But the actual act of going to a classroom and being seen naked like that, I don't know if I care to do that again. Now, granted, it was cool being naked in front of a bunch of people and not being nervous. I actually didn't get nervous. Like, I was nervous at first. And actually, the first pose, I was extremely nervous because as soon as I started sweating from my armpits. And I felt the sweat go down not down my balls. Not like the Lil Jon song. They didn't go in that direction. That would have been bad, right? Sweat not dropping down my balls. But sweat going down my leg. And like at one point I felt a drop hit the floor. I'm like, God damn, this is so fucking embarrassing. I was sweating like crazy because I was nervous and it was kind of hot. They're going to draw the sweat all over me. It's going to be so bad. So I wouldn't do it again because one, honestly, I just got kind of bored standing there for a while, doing nothing. It's more a matter of me just being a little bored because I just kind of don't like sitting still. And I don't even practice correctly. Like you're supposed to grind out your poses and get them down perfect before you go. And I couldn't stand to grind a pose down for like 10 minutes. I would just lose my mind. I get too bored. I can't do it. That's the main reason I wouldn't want to do it again. But otherwise, like I didn't mind the naked thing. It's more that I would just be bored. And also I don't like, some people really enjoy it because they find something liberating about it. They really, really enjoy being the art. It was hella fun. Don't know if I would do it again. I know I already have a gig to do something like this again, but I'm going to be a hand model. So yeah, any questions, chat? Any thoughts? Anything you want to know about the experience? Everyone already wasted their one question asking me if I got a boner. The answer is no. Do you have any other questions? Are all your questions about boners? Would you ever do it? That's my nude modeling experience. Cool, chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you all next time. Peace. Good night, good night, good night. Did anyone recognize you? I don't think so. Was this a paying gig? Yes. Not about the money. Did you go to the gym right beforehand? Yes. So maybe that's why I ended up omega caked up for the picture. That was perfect.